let me tell you what's going on in Oklahoma.
When I first came on board in the summer of 2016, we completed a 10-year strategic plan. But to be perfectly frank, Oklahoma was like in year 8. Prison Fellowship had very little going on in Oklahoma at the time. And as God would have it, and the Lord does this sometimes, he puts his finger down and he says, go there. And so the Lord opened the door for us to both launch the Prison Fellowship Academy model in Oklahoma, but also provided the support we needed to get it off the ground. And Hobby Lobby was central to that effort.
I came on board with Prison Fellowship in 2018, and at that time it was really a dream come true. As a formerly incarcerated woman myself, I had spent 18 years of my adult life in prison, and so I knew the importance of programming. And so when I was able to come on board as the program manager at a facility called Cape Bernard, I was beyond excited. In 2018, as we opened the first women's program at Cape Bernard, we were able to offer programming to 20 women. And I knew back then, after we'd heard about the partnership with Hobby Lobby, that something really big was getting ready to happen, but I don't think I realized how big.
I can tell you that some years ago in Oklahoma, you talked about restorative justice and people had a blank look on their face. And now people are understanding that lives can be restored, that people do change. And we are seeing great changes, especially in our justice system in Oklahoma.
By 2018, reform movements had started to pass laws. We had, in 2019, had the largest commutation. We started lowering the prison rate. We are 10,000 less than what was proposed in 2017 by the former governor's task force. But those public-private partnerships and awareness have completely removed the stigma and allowed for us what I would call modernizing the system today. Because of things like Prison Fellowship Ministry that has been there all along. You look at the Green family that starts recognizing what better way to be a part of Jesus Christ ministry in the hand of God than to go in there and give hope and faith and opportunity to those that are in prison. I can't even think of anything better than them paving the way for someone to find light where they probably have never found light in themselves before. So it takes the Green family, like Flourish OKC, the seeds that are being planted, it's brilliant. I mean, these are beautiful trees of opportunity.
When I was serving time in the middle 90s, Prison Fellowship was in the prison system, but it was just a small Bible study, like Friday and Saturday night. But now, thanks to Hobby Lobby coming into Oklahoma and sponsoring Prison Fellowship with the academies, it has exploded. And I got the wonderful opportunity to be a part of that and being the first academy manager for the men in the state of Oklahoma. So, man, it's just been a joy to be able to do that. I never thought that anything like this would happen in my world.
Because of Hobby Lobby's investment, Prison Fellowship is able to expand the Prison Fellowship Academy into more facilities throughout the state of Oklahoma. In 2021, we started an academy at Eddie Warrior Correctional Center, and in the first part of 2022, we are scheduled to start an academy at John Lilly Correctional Center and Just Done Correctional Center.
I was able to launch 2 new programs here in the Oklahoma City area, Oklahoma City Community Correctionals and Oklahoma Reentry Opportunity Center. And here in the next month, I'll be launching one at Union City.
We started with 35 women, and so we've just watched this program grow already to 70 women. We already have a waiting list for another 35 women. The Prison Fellowship Academy is just a safe place for these women to come and to heal from trauma and to have form community, to be unconditionally loved, and to learn tools to go out and transform their lives.
I think it's so important that Hobby Lobby is investing in what's happening in our prisons. They need to know that they are loved, that they are precious, and they are worthy pretty much more than anybody else. So it's super important that we invest there. And when they come out, we want them to thrive. We want them to flourish. And they can do that if they know their value and they know they've been supported and they know that they're loved. Everything is different versus leaving and not knowing any of that. They have the best chance to flourish if they know exactly who they are in Christ.
I mean, a lot's changed since then. But, I mean, I can see it there. Like, I'm just wanting to learn. I'm wanting to soak it in. I'm wanting change. Tell me how. So, it was unbelievable to learn that people that didn't know us, didn't have experience with the program, were pouring their money and even their time. The volunteers that would come in that just believed in us and loved us and wanted to teach us. It's just unbelievable. Because we had everything we needed is why we succeeded. Because of this program, I was able to change my entire life, starting with my prison life and carried it out into freedom today.
I think to me, you know, and I'll honestly try not to get a little emotional about it. I'm from Oklahoma City, man. I grew up here. I've known people that have lived inside this building before. To know that Hobby Lobby is so instrumental in helping make this happen right in their backyard, and to just deal out some hope. We're just trying to, you're not defined by a number. You're not being, you're not defined by your circumstances, man. You're God's favorite child. And so to have Hobby Lobby on board to actually help make this happen makes all the difference in the world.
I don't hardly ever cry, and that service brought me to tears. It just brings a different kind of hope. It brings you the feeling that you're worth something, that you're worth someone else's time, you're worth what they have to offer, and you're worth saving.
I thank God for today. I really do. I thank God that He brought us out to fellowship with you guys and just for these guys to see something different than them four walls that they're used to.
It's a blessing, it really is, because we be locked down in ourselves a lot and you kind of lose courage. Like, I'm thanking God for y'all to come in and, just giving us some life, like, under the darkness, like, making some light out of the darkness, because it made it comfortable for me to share about how I was really feeling, like, about feeling no hope and giving me strength, because I was on the brink there, and so I would just say God bless all the volunteers and thank you so much for doing this. It really helps, so God bless y'all.
Incarcerated individuals sometimes have lost that hope. They've been broken from their families. They've lost friends. They're shut off from the world. Sometimes they don't get visitors or they don't get them very often. When we come in and we bring our stages, we bring a band, we bring speakers, they get excited. They start watching the setup. They start wandering down to where we're doing the Hope events, and they get involved. They love the music. It's live. It's there for them. They get involved. They start singing the songs they know. They're excited to hear the speakers. And when someone gets up to give their testimony, hey, I've been where you've been. I've been on that side of the fence. And I'm telling you, there's hope on the other side. I've made it and you can too. And these events just pour love into returning citizens. It gives a chance to reach individuals that may never step foot in the chapel, but they'll come out on the main yard to an event and watch and listen to the music, listen to the speakers, and many of them dedicate their lives to Jesus.
It takes the whole village to bring these together. They can't take place without the support of donors and resources, community, church, volunteers, and we are so grateful that we have an opportunity to bring them to our prisons. Hope events make a difference. They change lives.
The work of restorative justice that's happening in Oklahoma happened long before our family and Hobby Lobby, and yet a number of years ago, I think we just had a renewed sense that our engagement locally needed to include seeing a different approach and care for those who have experienced justice involvement and incarceration. We've been blessed and received from our community, and so how do we care? And so I think the partnership with Prison Fellowship was a proven and faithful national organization that we wanted to see a local capacity and just engagement in our state be able to grow and flourish.
I'm so encouraged to see lives changed on the inside and to know that that could affect lives on the outside with families and ultimately with the community for a better Oklahoma.
Because of partners like Hobby Lobby and one of our newest, the Oklahoma City Thunder, we've been able to invest in hundreds of opportunity kids locally in Oklahoma. One of the exciting things that I love about this partnership is being able to see the impact that it has on the lives of the children and their caregivers. Their faces have big smiles on them. The caregivers feel support from a community of providers walking with them in this thing that they call life.
Thank you, Angel Tree.
Thank you, Angel Tree.
Thank you, Angel Tree.
This is truly something special because we recognize that as the local church, we can't do everything, but we can support and come alongside and partner with organizations like Prison Fellowship that are already caring for and supporting these families that are impacted by incarceration right here in our community.
Corporations like Hobby Lobby could invest in anything, but they care about preventing kids from becoming incarcerated, which is why they partner with Prison Fellowship and Prison Fellowship's Angel Tree program. Corporations have significant resources, power, and influence to really make a difference in communities across this nation.
Prison Fellowship is an organization that specializes in serving incarcerated men and women, returning citizens, and their families. And what we've been able to do in this public-private partnership with Hobby Lobby in Oklahoma is actually cover all of those fields. We work together in prison through the Prison Fellowship Academy and other programming like the restorative art program known as Create New Beginnings. We've been able to work outside of the prison by serving the families and children of incarcerated through Angel Tree Christmas, through Angel Tree sports camps, through Angel Tree camping, and partnering with local churches to provide the volunteers that can engage with those children year-round. We've been able to work in the state capital of Oklahoma City at the legislative level to introduce laws that are changing and making things better for those who are incarcerated, those who might be incarcerated, and returning citizens. And we've even put wardens, several wardens from Oklahoma, through our warden exchange program. All together, we're working to cover the whole system. Those who are in prison, those who are coming out of prison, the leadership in the prison, and their families. And it's really just a beautiful thing. This model is very sustainable and very scalable. And I'm looking forward to exploring this year other states where the Lord might pave the way for us to be able to do the very thing that we are doing today in Oklahoma.
I'm proof that when people pour into these programs, it works. It gives hope. And you can carry that out and become a legacy. I'm changing the world because I'm changing me.
Through our partnership with Hobby Lobby, I am convinced that true change is taking place in Oklahoma. True and lasting change.